Hey guys, Chris here with the Xiaomi Mi Max. So I've been using the phone now for 24 hours as my main phone, and I just wanted to go over a couple of points that I've discovered on this phone that you're going to hear everyone carrying on and ranting on about just how massive this phone is. Yes, it's huge, and honestly, if you don't have a place to put it, you don't have huge pockets on the jeans you wear, the pants you wear, this probably isn't the phone to get because it's massive. You're going to have to probably put it in another bag or something like that to carry around with you, and that is not ideal. That's not something you really want to be doing. But I wear shorts at the moment which are Dickies that have large pockets. It fits in there fine, but still feels a little bit awkward and still feels like I'm walking around with a tablet in my pocket. I do get and have had actually some comments yesterday when I went out and about in town. Someone said to me, that phone, is that a phone? And I said, yeah, it is a phone. And they go, wow, that is massive. Now that is something I used to get when I was one of the first adopters to buy a Galaxy Note when they first came out. And I got the same comments. People were going, wow, that is huge, that phone. How the hell can you put that in your pocket? And I was like, well, I can fit it in my pocket, and I like the large screen. And I'm finding it's the same case here with this one. It's just a pleasure to use having such a large screen. So if you put it next to the Galaxy Ace, the Samsung Ace here, you can see, look at the evolution of mobiles. This is only like a 4-inch screen, I think it is. And now we're looking at 6.44. That just shows you just how big it's getting. Now my daily driver, what I normally use is a Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge. There it is next to it. Now in my unboxing video, I probably didn't portray the actual size of this thing quite well there. Look, if you have a look at that, you can see that fits clearly right into the whole space. You can see just how large this is, that this is a humongous mobile phone. And every reviewer out there and all the videos, if you check them out on YouTube, I'm sure are going to keep going over that fact. And yeah, that's something you're either going to have to accept or just don't buy it if it's too big for you. Now I'm used to big phones because I've always been using big phones. Here is my Galaxy S6 Edge, one of my favorite phones. Again, that's looking almost small compared to this one here, but it's nice and thin, the Mi Max, and I do like the way they have distributed the weight on it. It's quite nice, and they do have the rounded curved corners on it, which makes it fit in your hand. Now I can hold it just and get to the fingerprint scanner, which by the way works flawlessly, very good, just like the Redmi Note 3 Pro that I had and the Redmi Note 3. That works really well. So locking, I can just get there and lock it, and unlocks very well. I haven't had any issues with it at all. And just general use of this phone, it's very nice for media consumption. This is what this phone is going to really be perfect for, because you're really good for looking at things like internet. And if you're someone that likes to type a lot as well, I think this phone is going to be quite good for you because you've got that larger screen real estate space there. So typing on it, I find, is really nice. Now I installed here the Google keyboard. The reason I did that is because the other keyboard was just a little annoying for me, the stock one, because it still has all the Chinese options, because I'm on the, you could say, the Chinese ROM here is the one I have been using. But very nice definitely for your videos. The camera quality, good. I've only really been out and used it in normal outdoor lighting conditions, and I find that it is good. The sound quality is excellent. The loudspeaker is really good, and I've found too that the screen, in my first unboxing, the screen probably looked a little bit dull because I didn't have a very good the brightness set on the phone there, but it gets up to 456 lux of brightness. It is actually a very bright screen. At the moment, I have it turned down a little, but all in all, I'm liking it. Now, just another thing too, with the size, I know I've already mentioned it, but it's all going to depend on what kind of jeans you're wearing too in winter, which is probably a bit of a concern later on, is where the hell am I going to put this phone if I can't fit it in my jeans pocket? So here's some jeans here that are a regular fit, and if I was to put that in my pocket, how I would, well, facing inwards the screen, you see that now that's the pocket right at the end of the pocket right here. That is large. So it's going to stick out a little bit. So if you're flexing and getting out in and out of a car or something, I'll be a little bit worried of maybe getting this, bending it maybe, and even cracking the screen there. But I use the same pocket then later with my Samsung Galaxy 7 Edge here, and I haven't had any problems. That fits in and actually fits down nicely in there. So you don't actually really know I have a phone in my left front pocket there, which is the pocket I always use to store all of my mobile phones in. So that is something to bear in mind there, but all in all, definitely liking this phone so far, and that is just the biggest thing, is just where you're going to put it. But overall, I mean, the screen's good, the sound's good. I've made a couple of calls on it. Call quality is good. Now this one here is where the actual loudspeaker comes out of this port along here, and the microphone must be hidden up in there. But the sound quality seems good. Sound quality on the videos recorded as well comes out quite well. And all in all, I do like this phone so far. I've found no real major problem with it. I did notice that when I recorded some 4K video that there was some choppiness. Perhaps it was getting a little too hot, throttling maybe, I don't really know. I think it might have been down to the fact that I've used a micro SD card as my main phone storage, a 64-bit one, and perhaps my Samsung Evo just doesn't have the right speeds it needs, because I was downloading and installing games at the same time, which could have affected that right performance that it needs when recording 4K. So I will be back with the Mi Max with some 4K video samples shortly. I'm going to go out today and record a few videos, as well as the front-facing 5-megapixel camera there, and I will be working on my review, which will hopefully be out without a week or so, and I'll give you my final verdict. So this is just a 24 hours of using the phone, just a quick update here. So bear that in mind, that my opinions could change later if I do discover that there's something wrong with the phone, or I find that, hey, I don't like the for example, the performance of 4G. I haven't really tested that out enough yet, because I don't get good 4G reception here. I need to go down to town for that, but I will be testing that out also. Thank you so much for watching this video, and keep an eye on the playlist for up and coming videos on the Mi Max.